Welcome to the 2024 MLB Nike RBI Central Regional Tournament on the Windy City Sports Network. Tonight we open up this third and final year of the regionals in Chicago, Illinois, with a home run derby in both the baseball divisions, junior and senior. We'll start with the juniors first. Calvin Malater, James Winkin. James, Chicago, it's the host of this regional. First time they've done the home run derby, though. As your player, how do you handle these emotions?
Yeah, as you're a player handling these emotions, you're definitely going to want to be calm and collective, but also all of that tension that you've had bottled up from that first start, get it out now. Get it out now, right now. Just swing for the fences as much as possible. This is your time to just get it out as much as possible.
It's a really fun night, and let's get you the rules for this evening's affair. It's going to be a minute 30 long rounds for each batter. They do get a 30-second timeout. Here's the crucial thing, though. Like the Major League Baseball home run derby, the ball must land before the next pitch is thrown. In case we have a tie between two hitters, a 30-second faceoff will occur. And who advances in the senior division? The top three advance. In the junior division, the top two advance. We'll have the Junior Baseball Home Run Derby starting up here in just a couple of moments. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the Home Run Derby for the 2024 MLB Nike RBI Central Regional Tournament. Welcome back, everyone. Kevin Malater here with James Winkin. Time for the Junior Home Run Derby as we get set to go. It'll be Chicago Cubs Nike RBI's infielder Wisey El Halabi to lead things off. Righty out of Elmwood Park, Illinois. So you notice this will be different from the junior to the senior home run derby. The junior derby, the home plate is 45 feet up along the third base line. So it really favors the right-handed hitters, but there's a lefty in this junior derby. Good luck.
Yeah, definitely good luck to that lefty. Unfortunately, righty's having as much as an advantage. Maybe the lefty goes righty in this situation just to have that advantage for himself. We'll see as time goes on.
Derby's underway as that one's grounded to the left side. A minute 30, like we talked about at the top of our show, for each batter. He's going to be 0 for 3 so far. There's no out limit to as many pitches you can get in within this minute 30. However, you have to wait till the ball lands. That's the key rule. It is 330 to the left field line, but you can subtract 45 feet off of that here for the junior derby. Just under a minute left, still nothing for El Halabi to show for. Kevin Garcia, who is the senior baseball coach for Cubs Nike RBI, is his thrower. As right now, Wisey just trying to get one in the air. It's so tough because all these guys are taught line drive, but now you have to try to elevate the baseball consistently.
Yeah, it's very tough consistently trying to elevate that baseball. Wind also not doing too much of a factor, so it's all just muscle power from this point on.
And if anything, the wind's actually hurting it today because the wind's blowing in off of Lake Michigan, which is blowing from east to west. There's a line drive, still 25 seconds left now for El Halabi here, and they're going to use the timeout.
This timeout definitely needs to be taken by El Halabi. It's definitely aspect where you just got to take a little bit of a breather. Hopefully the next 20 seconds you're able to just crush one out of the park, maybe one or a few right then and there.
They're going to put an extra 10 seconds back onto the clock. So 30 seconds here. It'll start on contact of the next swing there. Let's see if the timeout helps. As the clock resumes, and he'll fly that one a short left center.
The one thing that I saw in that first pitch was that there was pretty good elevation, but it seems he's getting a lot more line drives, unfortunately, in these next couple swings.
Just base after base hit. 10 seconds left here. They had to wait for that ball to land. This one's to left. It's got some carry. Did he get it? No, it's caught at the wall. And that is going to end it for the home run derby for El Halabi. He finishes with 0 on the scoreboard, but still a good showing. And it's so tough when you're the first one and doing something so new, because this isn't what a lot of these guys are used to. Normally the Thursday night in this tournament's an opening night game between the Cubs and the Sox. They decide to go with a home run derby, and it's hard when you're the first guy go because there's no strategy really to form.
Yeah, there's definitely not much strategy to form, especially being that first guy. You have a lot of nerves in that aspect. The one upside, though, is that you kind of just rip off the Band-Aid being that first one and get it over with and go on from there. So we'll see what the rest of this outcome of this derby will be.
So this will be J.R. Mackmore from the Chicago White Sox Nike RBI team. Mackmore cites Corbin Carroll as his favorite baseball player, as a right fielder for the junior team. And the junior White Sox team is a team that has very high expectations. They've won the last 2 of these tournaments here in Chicago. They expect for a third as well.
Yeah, definitely a three-peat would be definitely on par of being a Chicago team thing that especially under that ownership of Jerry Reinstroff, as you say, with the Bulls. Maybe now you have that RBI team with the Sox getting that three-peat. The one upside about the person that played as well is that he has really good power. If you looked at his stats, he had 82 exit velo, and it just keeps going up and up as his career keeps going on.
He's a guy who right now just rocking out to the music here of the stadium. He cites that that's his favorite pregame superstition, is getting the opportunity to listen to music. So here we go, and Mackmore grounds that one back up there. That would be a normal base hit. He does that a lot. in his high school and with this White Sox program. He's lifting it a ton. That's a shot to the opposite field, but it's going to be well in front of the track. He's pulling it, which is what you have to do here if you're a lefty.
Yeah, definitely pulling the ball as much as possible. That pop is really high up there. The unfortunate part is that the drive of it just isn't getting pushed out as much as possible.
Yeah, it's only 285 to the left field foul pole here for Mackmore and all of the right-handed hitters in this derby for the junior division, because they've moved home plate 45 feet up the baseline.
What I do like about Mackmore is that he is getting the ball kind of all over the place, going to left field, to right field, a little bit to center as well. The one downside of this, unfortunately, is that none of them have left the fence yet.
Yeah, still searching for that first home run in the derby. He'll take his timeout with about 43 seconds to go. The clock will resume upon the next pitch here. They talk some strategy. It's cool for a lot of these guys, the opportunity to get to participate in a home run derby as we're back underway. I mean, the Major League Home Run Derby on Monday night, we saw Teoscar Hernandez winning that. And, you know, for a lot of these guys, they dream of playing in an all-star game and playing in the home run derby. We're at 30 seconds left here. Mackmore still searching for that first home run. These are all great base hits.
Yeah, definitely a great base hit right there. Oh, there we are, our first one.
Or did it go? That hit the top of the
that
wall.
One.
But he gets that one, and that one's way gone.
Oh my goodness, that one is demolished.
There's another one. This is left center, and he'll get a second one right before the clock expires. And that will do it. How about J.R. Mackmore? 2 right before the buzzer.
2 right before the buzzer. That second one was kind of that chef's kiss. I thought he had a third one as well. It looked just a little bit. I'm not sure if they're going to count that one or not, though.
They said it hit the top of the wall and bounced back.
The third base right here, the mascot of the Chicago Cubs, Clark the Cub, just fresh off of his 2024.
So that is how you do it right there. Mackmore setting the table. And now the representative from Kansas City will step up. And I'll say Mackmore's got a little bit of that home field advantage as well, obviously. The Cubs are the official host of this tournament. The White Sox obviously sharing this city as well. A lot of White Sox Nike RBI fans and family are here in attendance.
Yeah, definitely a lot of family and friends in attendance, especially with it being by UIC, so it's a little bit closer to the south side. On that aspect, so you're able to bring out as many people from the Chicagoland as possible. The hype between for the White Sox, especially going for that three-peat, is very, very, very high. So lots of people getting brought out to the Home Run Derby tonight, and I'm sure a lot of people will be out here for this upcoming tournament.
So this is Elliot Cruz Mayhew from the Kansas City Royals Nike RBI junior baseball team. He's from Shawnee, Kansas. He's a catcher for them. And, well, if you're a player who grew up cheering for the Kansas City Royals and you're a catcher, you've got one player, and it's a really good player to idolize. That's Salvador Perez. And that's who he says is his favorite player.
Yeah, I mean, as a catcher, as one that's from Kansas City, it just seems so right to have Salvi as your favorite player. I mean, he's such an amazing guy to be out there, and he's just such an amazing hitter as well. Good, just great overall behind the dish. Like, there's no complaints about him whatsoever.
He lifts that one pretty well to the left, but it's going to fall about 15, 20 feet in front of the track. The score to beat right now is 2 by J.R. Mackmore of the White Sox. Just about a minute left here in this first round for him. Top 2 advance to the finals. There's a looping line drive, and that one falls short of the warning track as well. Just under a minute, 50 seconds now here for Cruz Mayhew. Playing his walk-up song right now, Good Life by the artist Kanye West, and he'll take his timeout with 42 seconds left.
And Cruz Mayhew taking his time right now. He's going to think about having a good life if he's able to hit 2 or more.
That's the thing. You just got to get 1. If you get 1, you're in contention here because of the earlier scores. The first batter for the Cubs, and YZ El Halabi, wasn't able to get one over the fence. Was close a couple of times.
Yeah.
He got a couple of warning track fly balls, just wasn't able to get it over the fence.
Definitely close. Definitely a really good line drive hitter, but that's unfortunately not what we're trying to do in this home run derby.
Lifts that one in the air, deep left field. Good carry on it, but just dies in front of the track. 30 seconds left here
30 seconds remaining.
for Mayhew. Another line drive here. And it's so, like we talked about, I mean, the derby strategy is so much different than a hitter strategy at the plate during a game, and we'll see throughout the course this weekend in this tournament.
10 seconds left here.
Yes, we'll definitely see a lot within the course of this tournament. Different hitting strategies. A lot of people kind of looking for contact, but this is all about power here.
And that's going to do it for Cruz Mayhew. So was not able to get one over the wall. His path in at this point is a three-way tie with 0 on the scoreboard, but we'll see though.
From Milwaukee.
As Milwaukee will send a hitter to the plate here in just a couple of moments.
Derby starts at 6:20, so if you're currently here, you should be over at Flames Field just across the way.
Late addition to the schedule for Milwaukee. Up next, we'll see Tyler Dargowicz from Minnesota as well. And then remind you to stay tuned with us here on this broadcast. We'll have the Senior Home Run Derby for you at approximately a 6:40 p.m. Central Time start for you here on the Windy City Sports Network. Just a couple of moments away, the Softball Home Run Derby. We talked about this as a giant team coming in, that the Softball Derby is very intriguing because they're using the normal dimensions they would in a game, and there's a lot of powerful hitters in that softball bracket that we'll see over the course this weekend that are going to get to go tonight here at the Derby.
Yeah, that will be a fun seeing, a fun viewing of everybody all at once. And unlike here at baseball, where it's going to be a junior and a senior division, it's everybody all at once, and that's going to be something to definitely want to view with all of the powerful hitters on that side.
So minute 30 on the clock. The score to beat right now, or at least tie, is 2.
Running around group, you're ready. On the first pitch, that'll start your time.
So this is Milwaukee Nike RBI's representative. The team that is back into the regional for the first time since 2018. They're back this year. They're very excited to be here. A quick 90-minute drive down the expressway, and we're underway here in this derby.
Milwaukee coming back for that first time since 2018. Maybe a little bit of nerves, being a little bit of that fresher face, but maybe they're coming back and saying, hey, you know what? We've been here before. We're going to come back and we're going to wipe the floor with everybody else.
That's the spirit you have to have when you're the new guys on the block, right?
Yeah, definitely good spirit as a hitter here. Definitely getting some balls push the opposite way.
All righties in this junior derby, and it's 285 to left field foul pole for the junior teams here, because they're 45 feet up away from home plate, as you can see on your screen. 45 seconds left. They haven't used the timeout yet. He's gone hard and driven the ball well to the opposite field. Another line drive, but that'll be well in front of the fence. 30 seconds left. And they're going to use the timeout.
Taking a little bit of a breather here. As strategy goes, you're definitely wanting to be that pole hitter and trying to push that ball out to that left field as much as possible, with them all being righties. Unfortunately, our hitter here has been kind of going in the opposite way, so just kind of training those muscle movements and getting that swing to be more of a pole.
26 seconds left here. Trying to find some momentum. And the clock will start. 25 seconds. He gets that one in the air, but it's just a looping pop-up. About 15 seconds left here in this round for Milwaukee. There's another fly ball. Clark the Cub giving chase, but it drops in front of him. He's coming off a win at the Mascot Home Run Derby the other day down in Texas.
Hey, what an amazing outing by Clark the Cub. Sorry about that. Clark the Cub. A little bit of a tongue twister there.
Brian Dupre, Team Milwaukee.
So that's a 0 for McCray, and now that'll mean one guy left here in this derby for the junior first round.
From Team Twin Cities.
Tyler Dargowicz will come on up now. An infielder, mainly plays first base. And he's got the Twins cheering section right behind him, ready to go. The senior baseball team making some noise behind the third base dugout.
And all Dargowicz needs right here is just one. His lucky number is 1 right now, just to squeeze on by with everybody else being tied and having somebody else at 2 home runs. So all he needs is that magic number of 1 right now.
So Dargowicz out of South St. Paul, Minnesota. And just a guy, very much a creature of habit, they say. He talks about his game day superstitions and routines, and it's getting loose in the morning, lifts some weights, and then he likes to take some rest. So he feels like he's built for a competition like this with that routine alone.
That sounds like a routine of a unit right now. Just a whole tank. And I love this walk-up music as well.
Comes in with Black Sabbath playing as well.
Whenever you're ready.
So the clock will start. He'll have a lefty thrower here. And the derby is underway for Dargowicz. They got a coach throwing to him right now. And he just is on top of everything so far here. You just have to be able to get underneath one.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's kind of getting everything on top, as you're saying. Lots of ground balls in this first set.
Which is much harder said than done, obviously. He's got a minute left here, still nothing over the fence. Mackmore of the White Sox is the leader right now with 2. Another chopper off the L screen. Now you gotta start to think about here, 45 seconds left. They'll probably think about the timeout here shortly, no?
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a timeout, as you see right there. Dargowicz is definitely going to have to try and come back with trying to get under that ball. As you were saying, it's definitely harder said than done. But he's definitely got to just readjust a little bit, and then from there, hopefully he's able to just get that magic number of 1.
Time is back underway, roughly 38 seconds left here in this round. There's a couple line drives, that's a good sign. Another good line drive is with clock strikes 30 left on the clock. That one's deep into left center, but drops in front of the warning track. He just needs 1. 20 seconds left. He's just on top of everything right now, unfortunately. 9 seconds left. He nearly takes off his coach's arm. 5 seconds to go now. Just needs to get 1. They just fire one in there right before the buzzer, and that'll do it. So Dargowicz finishes with 0 as well. So you have 4 different players with 0, and right now Mackmore is on his way to the final.
Mackmore just seeming to be as confident as possible on being the only one with a home run and plus another one as well. So we'll see how he does with that.
So there are some tiebreakers. I know we talked about, if there's a tie, each batter will get a 30-second face-off round. We have a 4-way tie, though, right now. So we'll see and await the ruling here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a little bit of confusion with seeing how that 4-way tie breaks out. Maybe they do a whole thing of going the 4 that are in the tie, 1 pitch rule, or maybe they do that 30 seconds. But we'll see how things all play out.
Clark the Cub, fresh off, like we said, a win at the Mascot Home Run Derby the other day. He's just yanking the ball right now. He's getting some good contact, though. Showcasing the 5-tool that a mascot like Clark has. There's the drive. Did he get that one? It's well short.
It's short
of the warning track. We're going to step aside and take a break. Clark's going to continue to make some deep fly balls, and he's going to fly short to the wall. We're going to take a break while they do the tallies. We'll come back with a tiebreaker here on the Windy City Sports Network. Welcome back. They have made a determination on the winner because of J.R. McMore was the only guy to get 2 home runs while everyone else got 0. They have awarded the title to J.R. McMore, so he's the Home Run Derby champion here in 2024.
And congrats to JR and such an amazing outing, being the only one to get 2 out of the fence. It's an amazing swing by him. He has a great pathway to the ball, and they were just flying on out there after he took his break.
So now that we've seen the first home run derby here, James Winkin, what's
phone charger up there?
Now we've seen the first home run derby here. What are your some keys now for these senior hitters who have got? I know obviously it's gonna be a lot different because they're halfway up the third baseline, but what's an early key for you before we get into this next derby?
Yeah, key points to point out in this next derby, I'd say, is definitely trying your best to get under that ball. Of course, as we've been saying, it's definitely a lot harder to do than to say, but you got to try your best in that. Maybe take some reps in the cages and push that ball out as far as possible. The one upside about this senior derby is that both sides of the plate are usable, and there is no real advantage for that righties in this next upcoming one.
Yeah, we saw 5 contestants in the junior derby. All 5 of them were right-handed. We're going to take a break. We'll come back here at roughly 6:40 p.m. for the senior home run derby. Stay with us here on the Windy City Sports Network. Welcome back here to Curtis Granderson Stadium. We're just set for the Senior Home Run Derby. I'm Kevin Malater. To my right is James Winkin. James, one derby down. We saw J.R. McMorrow from the White Sox Nike RBI grabbing that derby with the only person to get 2 home runs in that entire derby. He's the only one to hit a home run, in fact. Now we start the Senior Derby. It's Luke Yelich from the Chicago Cubs Nike RBI, an infielder out of Chicago. And he's ready to go. Batting right-handed, 330 to the poles. This is the actual home plate that they'll use throughout the tournament. We saw in the Junior Derby, 45 feet up along the third baseline with your home plate is even to both sides, like you said, and it'll favor the left-handed hitters if there aren't any in this derby.
Yeah, definitely favoring the left-handed hitters in this derby as the first pitch goes off there. Luke Yelich definitely having a lot of power seniority rules, as you know. So you're going to have a lot more power as these guys are definitely older, definitely seen a lot more pitches at the plate. There's another one that was really driven out.
That's in the air to left field, but it's going to fall in front of the track. He slips and falls there with just about 1:05 to go, and they're going to use the timeout then.
Smart way to use the timeout, especially losing the balance there. Definitely want to just take it all in and get your steps back in and hopefully get back in the box and start swinging and yanking.
And I know it's different, obviously, because they're using the actual home plate, but at least having that Junior Derby come in front of them could help a guy like Yelich, who is the first person to go, which is usually the disadvantage in an event like this.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a disadvantage, but thankfully with the Junior Derby up before the seniors, he's able to get more swings, more reps.
Yelich takes that one, 46 seconds left. And he drives that one in the air to left field towards the foul pole. It is a fair ball and a home run.
That's in fair play. That's our first home run.
What a wonderful swing there by Yelich. Oh, my God, that was just all the way out there. It's looking a little bit like it could have been foul, but thankfully turned fair at the last second.
Hook just beyond the left field foul pole. Yelich this time the deep left center field. It's 374 out there here at Curtis Granderson Stadium. And 401 to dead center field. Yelich got another one towards the bullpen, and he got it. 2 for Yelich with just under 10 seconds to go.
He's definitely really liking that left field angle, especially as a righty. Definitely wanting to pull the ball as much as possible. That one a little less pulled as for that second one.
Yeah, that's going to do it. But a good showing for Yelich. 2 home runs there in the opening frame.
Yeah, definitely an amazing showing by Yelich there in the opening frame. As you said earlier, it's a little bit of a disadvantage, but able to calm the nerves and get 2 off of the board right there.
Give it up for Jimmy Downs.
So Jimmy Downs will come on up now for the White Sox Nike RBI team. Downs, one of their picks to click this weekend for a team that won the regional 2 years ago, won the RBI World Series 2 years ago, lost in the regional final last year, and Downs is going to be one of the guys that they highlighted that feels can help them get them back to that point.
Yeah, definitely Churchill Downs a little bit feeling like a little bit of an outlaw here and trying to be that new guy that pushes them to that championship variety there. You know, what I like about this in Downs is that it kind of reminds me of him being a little bit of a horse rider with his music that we're listening to here, a little bit of that country twang.
Yeah, they're using his walk-up song, which is loud and heavy. A popular country song. Popular especially for baseball walk-ups as well. Clock will start on the first pitch and on first swing. And it's underway. It's popped up foul towards the press box. Downs to the deepest part of the park. Like we said, it's 401 all the way out there, and it's going to fall just in front of the track, actually. And there's a drive to deep left center field. I think he got this one, and he did not. It just fell in front of the track.
Just a little short on that one, unfortunately. But he's got the power. He's got a lot of power.
It's 374 in that neck of the woods, and he hit it about 373, and he's going to take his timeout right now. About 55 seconds left in the round. He came oh so close to #1 and getting on the board.
Yeah, so close to getting #1 on the board. Downs is able to just push it out there, but I feel like if he's able to pull it just a little bit, then you have that advantage of the shortening of the field. He's able to get it out to that where the pitchers are usually playing.
Just in front of the track again, another 373 shot. This is in the air in a deep left center, another one. He's just destroying them, but they're just to the deepest parts of the ballpark here.
You know, this will definitely be an advantage, though, for Downs, definitely when it comes to tournament play, and a lot of the outfielders are going to want to go back as much as possible on these balls.
30 seconds left. And he pops this one right towards us, and it lands on the roof of the press box. Another pop-up. He's got great power, about 15 seconds left in the round. Doesn't have one yet, and he hooks that one into foul territory. A deep drive left center, and it's just short. There's another fly ball. This is the left. Did he get this one as the clock expires? It goes there for a home run. And that will do it, so he'll get one.
One home run here.
Nice showing there for Downs. He was close on a couple. Good to see that he at least gets the one there at the end.
Yeah, definitely just taking a little bit of a breather, able to get that one just as the clock expires, and Downs now just playing the waiting game, hopefully to make sure that nobody else gets any home runs. But we'll see. These guys have a lot of power, as we've been seeing on display so far.
Brandon Ferguson from the brand new Gary Nike RBI squad. He'll make their debut in this derby. This is a Gary program where this trip to Chicago for this regional tournament has been 7 years in the making. We'll talk more about that throughout the course of this weekend. Ferguson out of Gary, Indiana. He is a shortstop for the team, and he uses the walk-up song "One on One Tonight," and he's going to bat from the left side. This is our first lefty of the entire derby across both the junior and senior fields.
Yeah, we'll definitely see if he's on one tonight, as being the only lefty right now as within this derby that we've seen tonight. We'll see how it is. I mean, the same dimensions on those corners as well, so not really as much of an advantage as we said earlier about that junior derby.
Yeah, it's a even ballpark, and what that means, it's same distance to the foul poles, same distance to the power alleys, despite whatever side of the plate you're on. 330 to the right field foul pole, and 374 to the right center field wall, which if you're looking for an indicator, it's the Flames logo out there on the wall on your screen. That is where they did the marking from, reportedly, and that's where it's 374 feet from home plate. So Ferguson will make the debut here for Gary at this regional tournament. They did not have a participant in the junior derby, I should say. Clock starts on the first pitch. Right now, he just needs to get one to force a tiebreaker. And it's underway with the slicing line drive to left center. He's gone opposite field twice. Yelich for the Cubs leads all with two. Downs has one for the Sox for the first two hitters. He pulls that one there. It's so crucial to get one early just to build some confidence. We saw it with Yelich of the Cubs. Downs got his late.
Yeah, it was definitely seeing it as much as possible early on is going to build up that confidence. Definitely a rally there. As you were saying, that Yelich got his pretty early on. Downs unfortunately got his a little bit later, so we'll see what Ferguson does here right now.
45 seconds left. He's going to burn the timeout there after he had to take two pitches. And him and his throw are just sharing a smile right now. Calling the timeout there.
Just two pitches that he had to take. He didn't really like him too much over the plate, but, you know, everybody's eyes kind of get wider as the derby participant.
Ferguson
That resumes our time
resumes
here.
the time here.
Plays back in for Brandon
Cites Aaron
Ferguson.
Judge's favorite player.
It's a nice swing here. Out to
Another
center
nice
field.
swing, but that's just going to be a fly out to left center. 30 seconds left. There's one in a right center field towards the 374 sign, and it drops right in front of the wall. He came close. That was his best swing so far of the round.
Yeah, definitely his best swing of the round. He just kept going, but it wasn't as far enough to get out of the park. He's definitely hitting them as far as possible. One downside that we had with Ferguson is that he had some that were definitely on the opposite side, unfortunately.
10 seconds to go, just under 5 now. I gave the announcement here. Final couple of tosses, and that's going to do it. Ferguson, unfortunately, comes up empty.
And it's time, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Brandon Ferguson.
As he finishes the round without a home run. So unfortunate for him, as with just the 2 and the 1 on the board already, he's been eliminated.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Ferguson to be eliminated from the home run derby, but I mean, you still have a tournament to play, and you build up that confidence from then on there. Hey, if you don't have a home run here, the home runs will probably come in the tournament anyways.
So this will be Indianapolis's Micah Rienstra-Kirakov for Indy Nike RBI, back once again with manager John Boggs at the helm. A couple of warm-up tosses here. It's a program, obviously, that doesn't have a major league team. They do have a minor league team, the Indianapolis Indians, who have been helping support the program for a while. But it's a program that, despite not having that major league presence, they've overall has produced some good tournament results a couple of years ago. The first year we were at this tournament for the Winning City Sports Network, a 3-1 showing. They just missed on the final because of some tiebreakers, but 3-1 still very impressive.
Yeah, very impressive by them. 3-1 final. You know, coming up this year, they're going to want to go for it all. They're going to want to swing for those fences. That is definitely bringing some key players back. You just have to go up about that and try your best to get to being hopefully no tiebreakers within this upcoming tournament play.
They're feeding him quickly right now with a couple of line drives. He gets that one in the air for his first fly ball, but it will one-hop the fence. Got underneath that one. I don't know if that has the distance. Wind has now shifted and is blowing out to left, which could help these right-handed hitters.
Yeah, definitely with these right-handed hitters, you want to have that wind blow out to left a little bit more. That'll push the ball out.
Center fielder for this Indy team drives that one to deep left field. That's carrying towards the wall, and it's just in front of the fence. Another high fly ball. Did he get this one? He did not. It's going to drop short in front of the warning track.
There's some really good swings off of this kid, but they're unfortunately just dropping right there between the fence.
They'll take the timeout with 42 seconds left. Right-handed hitter, as you can see, out of Miami, Florida. And he cites Ellie De La Cruz as his favorite baseball player.
I mean, he's an amazing baseball player. I love him as well.
He's so fun to watch.
He is so fun to watch.
I'd love to see him in the Derby one year.
That would be an amazing one. Or maybe he just has his own participant. maybe he just has his own event just called Stealing Bases, and we'll see that.
First one out of the timeout is towards the foul pole. Did he get it fair? He did. Home run. So the first one there for Micah with 30 seconds to go. Another line drive to left carrying, but it drops in front of the wall. Another fly ball that went behind the foul pole for a home run, and he got that one. There's number 2 with 10 seconds left. He's tied Yelich for the lead.
10 seconds. 10 seconds remaining here for Micah.
And now the coach is just quick pitching him at this point.
Rienstra-Kirakov, with the time expiring, will do it, but he tied for the lead with 2 home runs in a round.
Yeah, 2 seems to be the reoccurring number that we've been seeing within the junior and senior divisions, definitely.
So there you go.
Right. Our next batter from Kansas City, Elijah Sanchez.
Elijah Sanchez from Kansas City Royals, Nike RBI stands in. They announced 3. I counted 2, but was there a third one that just snuck over the wall that we may have thought bounced in front of the fence?
That may have been the case. I thought that there were a few definitely that bounced over the wall. There's definitely like 2 or 3 that I saw there, but I'm not sure if there was another one that we both might have missed on that, unfortunately.
So here's Elijah Sanchez, third baseman for this Royals Nike RBI squad out of Kansas City, Missouri. Walking up to the song Gasolina. Waiting for his teammates to get ready out there. Powerful hitter.
All right.
He's got a wide open batting stance and starts
Time started. They're off.
the clock right here. He's got that open stance. His favorite player is Manny Machado. Very similar batting stances, actually, when you look at it.
You know, when you have a favorite player, you kind of imitate their stances a lot, definitely. I mean, with me, my favorite was a little bit of that Anthony Rizzo stance where he was just in that rhythm. I kind of imitated that here and there, and then kind of went to a little bit of a Chris Bryant stance in my high school days where he was a lot wide-legged, still closed stance, but yeah, he definitely has that open stance.
And we'll have a timeout
So
here.
timeout will come with about 50 seconds left. He hasn't gotten one yet.
Collect the breath.
As of now, the score to beat is still 2, regardless of who the leader is. The score to beat is 2 right now, with Sanchez having 2. And trying to get an official count on Indy as he nearly takes out the fans in front of the third base dugout. Fly ball left field, that's short.
That one that was hit foul seemed like a bowling ball that was 100 miles per hour, and every single one of them were pins, just trying to get out of the way.
30 seconds
Pop
left.
that one up, 30 seconds to go. Still hasn't gotten one yet. Sanchez nearly gets it over the protective netting. Another line drive. It'll be way in front of the fence. 20 seconds to go. He's already burned the timeout as well. Did he get that one? Nope, it's short.
10 seconds. 10 seconds remaining.
Fly ball, left center field, that's short. He pulls that one, but it's gonna be foul. Had the home run distance, and that's gonna do it. So Sanchez comes up
Next
empty.
time with the horn, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Elijah Sanchez.
Good showing, good effort displayed here by Sanchez.
Yeah, definitely a great effort by Sanchez. Unfortunately, coming up empty-handed, but he has really good drive and really good power that we've just seen from his display. One downside, though, is that just none of them were able to leave the ballpark, though.
So Sean Harmon will represent Milwaukee here. He'll bat from the right side. Harmon out of Wisconsin. Wilson Contreras is his favorite baseball player. He's a catcher, so the correlation makes sense.
Yeah, we definitely see a lot of correlations with their favorite baseball players and favorite positions, favorite stances. You want to kind of build a mold off of that, and then as you get older, you kind of go off and be your own person. But it's definitely that mold that you see with your favorite player that you experience from your childhood and growing up. It's very interesting and very, very, very much something that everybody kind of experiences. Kevin, if we just had a little bit of a question, which one is your favorite player and that you kind of molded yourself into and then kind of grew off into being your own person?
So my favorite player growing up was Kyle Schwarber of the Cubs, now Phillies. And I just loved watching Kyle Schwarber because he was a catcher. He played the outfield, also made his major league debut on my birthday when I was in attendance. So I was like, oh, that's cool, and he's a catcher. And I grew up playing catcher as well. Stance-wise, I was probably similar more towards a Bryce Harper, open, kind of the emphatic leg kick on the load-up. So that's kind of what I was. Did I have the power of a Bryce Harper, even a high school equivalent of a Bryce Harper? No.
I mean, then again, you see, though, that there's definitely that personnel that you kind of take in as a player. I mean, there's for me, as I was saying earlier, my favorite stance was that Chris Bryant Rizzo stance. Kind of had like that combination as one, and then favorite player to grow up with was probably a little bit of that Kosuke Fukudome, definitely.
Oh, I love Kosuke Fukudome. I will take every chance I can get as an excuse to see him. Clock starts now on the swing, on the pitch, so we're underway here. Harmon representing the Milwaukee Nike RBI team in the powder blue shirt. They're back in the regional for the first time since 2018. Harmon's favorite game day snack is trail mix. It's a good snack, a classic.
It's a very classic snack.
That's right in front of the press box, just to our right. James had a golden opportunity to get a home run derby ball.
Yeah, I could have gotten that and probably signed by Harmon there.
He drives that one to left field. That's got the distance. Will it stay fair? It does not. It's just foul. 40 seconds to go. He drives that one to left center field. 374 out there, and it's way foul into the wall, and he's going to use the timeout with just about 34 seconds left.
And Harmon has, again, just all of these guys have such great power. The unfortunate events of this, though, is that the fence is just so far away. I mean, even with the
330 is a shot.
Yeah,
that's the hole.
It's definitely a shot, and definitely even with the composite bats, it's still definitely a reach out there.
30 seconds to go as time resumes. Harmon skies that one, but it's going to be way foul. Score to beat right now is 2. He has 20 seconds to get 2 to keep himself alive. He lines that one to left, but it's way foul.
10 seconds remaining. 10 seconds.
About 10 seconds left here. Harmon pops that one up. Grounds that one left side, and that will likely do it as the clock expires on Harmon. And unfortunately, he comes up empty as well. He had a couple of close calls, just wasn't able to get it over the fence.
Yeah, definitely some close calls there. Harmon was just a little bit less on the power side, just by like probably 20 feet there. It's unfortunate, but you know, he's got a lot of power, and we're going to see that display definitely within this tournament that we're so hyped about.
Peter Duma represents the Minnesota Twins Nike RBI team out of the Twin Cities, a St. Paul, Minnesota native. He'll come on up. He'll have a left-handed thrower. He's a right-handed hitter. And for a Twins team, the way this program has evolved in a very short time, the last 2 years. Very first year of this tournament in Chicago, the Twins were 0-4 and were not competitive in any of their games. Last year, they finished day one 2-0 in a tie for first place, which included one of the best moments we had in all of last year's tournament, a 2-run inside the park walk-off home run to win the game.
Yeah, that's just an amazing switch. It's basically turning the light switch on and off, going from the off point with that 0-4 start as your first season, and then going 2-0 with an amazing 2-run inside the park home run there. I mean, we're just looking forward to see what the Twins will do this upcoming tournament. Hopefully that light switch is still turned on, shooting out as much electricity as possible, and keeping that electric slide just on.
And one of the guys that Kobe Allen, their manager, highlighted was the guy who's about to enter that right-handed batter's box is a guy who is a pick to click for them.
Yeah, when you have a pick to click just like him, it just brings more adversity, more people to the plate to just create more of that winning mentality. And as a coach, you're always looking for that winning culture. Culture is big, and the one thing that you have with culture is winning. And if you don't have that, that's going to cause a lot of struggles within this tournament. So we'll see how we're able to see a little bit of this dispute.
And it's so funny because like the RBI program does so much good for the game of baseball, helping these young athletes and helping them in all aspects of life. And when you talk to these players, these young men and women who are participating in this tournament, all of them say how awesome these programs have been, but they also say at the end of the day, like, they're here to win. And they want to win. From the players' perspective, this weekend is about one thing and one thing only, and adding it to the W column.
Yeah. And that's how, like, all players are usually, no matter what sport. I mean, definitely RBI is here to grow the game, but as a kid, that's growing up, you want to have that winning mentality and just keep pushing yourself to be seen as someone that's on the top of that mountain.
Duma gets his round going with a slicer to the opposite field. He's their shortstop. He'll be all around the diamond this weekend for the Twins, but likely they're in the 6-hole. Another good line drive. He's been here the last couple of years. We've seen him here on the Windy City Sports Network. He's just a consistent line drive hitter.
Yeah, what I like about Duma's swing is that he's definitely hitting it both sides, and they're both, as you were saying, a definitely consistent line drive hitter. A little bit reminds me of that MVP year that Christian Yelich had.
Yes, I agree. Got underneath the last two, though. He pulls that one in the air to deep left field. If it's fair, it could be gone, but it's foul, and it dropped on the top of the wall. Pops that one underneath it. 40 seconds left. This is to right center field, and it's going to drop short as well. He's got 30 seconds, has the timeout available still.
30 seconds remaining.
Question is, when do you use it? And he's going to use it now with 25 seconds left.
Yeah, Duma not looking to use the timeout as quickly as a lot of other competitors have been. He's just kind of vibing with that and swinging away. Definitely a lot of line drives. Unfortunately, nothing over the fence just yet.
25 seconds left. He needs to get to 2 in order to get himself, or at least 1 to keep himself alive, but really needs 2. Time resumes as he has another 2 hard hit balls. Comes up empty there. Currently listening to his walk-up song, Lemonade by Gucci Mane. 10 seconds to go. He needs to get hot quick, but that's not going to help. He pops that one up, and he has to wait till throw it till it lands. 2 seconds left, and that's going to do it for Duma. One final pitch. Here's a drive to left field. It's carrying towards the wall, and it's short in front of the wall, and that will do it. So Duma got one late, but he came up just short, and unfortunately for him, his derby is over.
Yeah, very unfortunate. What we did see there, of course, as we've been kind of repeating, he definitely has a lot of power on both sides, driving that line drive ball all over the place. So that will be a benefit within this derby. Unfortunately, not a benefit within, or benefit within the tournament. Unfortunately, not a benefit within the derby. But we're very hyped to see him again and see him throughout this tournament.
So the finalists have been decided. Top 3 advance. You'll have Luke Yelich from the Cubs with 2. Jimmy Downs had 1. And Micah Rienstra Kirikov going to the final.
One of these 3 batters will be our 2024 Home Run Derby champion.
And so the finals will begin. Yelich will go first here in the finals. He hit 2 in the first round.
Yelich trying to conquer it all just for the Cubs right now, trying to get some bragging rights in that senior division. We'll see how it goes, of course, but he's got some power. All of these guys do, though. But, I mean, this guy, I mean, the 2 that he had just going all the way out there. I mean, they were shots. Man.
No, they were. I agree completely. Yelich at 2 in the first round, like I said. Cubs Nike RBI is the host side. And they hope it's the start of a great first weekend that could hopefully propel them to a trip to the RBI World Series. They've never been at the senior level. They've never won the regional. So this is their opportunity here. Yelich, like you said, great first round.
All right, we'll kick off the final round here of the Derby. Going up first.
They're going to make a quick change here, and it's actually going to be Jimmy Downs first. Downs, who hit 1 in the first round. They're going to play the country music again, get him fired up. He got on the board to keep himself alive. Top 3 advance to the finals. Fun night so far here at Curtis Granderson Stadium. Softball derby going on at Flames Field.
Here in the final round.
Yeah, and that's where I was kind of a little confused on if Yelich was going to go first, because Yelich had 2 and Downs had 1. I was thinking that Downs was actually going to go first, because usually in a home run derby, you usually
Whoever
have
has the least
go first because of that disadvantage. Now Yelich is a little bit in that driver's seat. Maybe he gave Downs a little bit of advice, being first one up in this derby, or not. We'll see.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, all the guys smiling right now. You'll notice on the score bug in the top left corner of your screen, Down was total at 0. We're resetting for you all at home, so that way you know how many homers they hit specifically in this final round. 3 people in the final. Downs will go first, with Luke Yelich and Micah Rienstra Kirikov awaiting. Rienstra Kirikov representing Indianapolis Nike RBI. The rules for the final in terms of timing remains the same as they were in the first round. Each hitter gets a minute 30 with a 30-second timeout. We didn't have a final round in the first derby because only one player hit a home run, and he hit 2 home runs.
Yeah, it's a very different scenery having 3 in this final round versus the junior derby, where we only had that first round, unfortunately, because of everybody else getting 0 except for 1 who had the 2 home runs in that one.
Leading on the final round of the derby for the White Sox, Jimmy Downs.
Jimmy Downs time here for his final round competition. Clock will start on the first swing. He'll take that one. And now it begins with a line drive foul to the left side. Downs with 1 in the first round, like we said. Got underneath that one. They have to wait till it lands.
Again, Jimmy had 1 home run in the first round.
Another line drive. Very similar start. He had a lot of low line drives in the first round to begin. He's doing the same here in the final round.
Yeah, definitely same resemblance as what he did in that first round. What you got to do is just kind of take that time out, as I said earlier, and just refocus, and hopefully as he talks with his coach a little bit to get a little bit of a strategy, get under that ball and just drive it on out there.
Just got a minute 7 left. And if you're in this derby here, James, are you thinking the early timeout is the better? There's a fly ball to left center field. It's carrying towards the wall, and it's in front of the wall, but short for a home run. He pulls that one deep to left field, and it's foul.
That one bounced off the wall.
That one's a line drive left center field. Does it have the carry? It does not. He's still sitting at 0 right now. He's cranking him right now, but he hasn't been able to get one over the fence. Did he get that one, though? He did, for a home run. So Downs has 1 home run. There's another one that's in foul territory. 30 seconds to go. Towards the 374 sign, it's just in front of it. So Downs has 1, 25 seconds left.
Yeah, after that timeout, Downs has just been crushing this ball as much as possible. I mean, they're flying on out, but some of them are shortly not leaving the fence as much as possible, but I mean, he's got that power. It's just flying on out.
Downs with 1 second left will get 1 more, and he lines that one to left, so that's going to do it.
Jimmy Downs, there were no home runs cleared the fence. Leading that left the park.
There was 1 home run.
Warning track, no home runs here for Jimmy Downs. But please give 1 more round of applause here for Jimmy.
There was 1 home run. They announced it as 0. Everyone in the press box saying 1. And now there's the discussion downstairs.
All right, now they're saying 1 did clear. I can't see from here, so we're going to just go with that 1 home run here.
So there we go. Jimmy Downs got his home run.
So Jimmy is on the board here in the final round with 1.
And thankfully, that's why we have a lot of people in the press box with eyes looking off into the distance to see how many home runs Downs has had. Downs thought he actually had 2. If you saw, he had 2 fingers up.
Yeah, there was one towards the foul pole that I think went in front of it.
Yeah, just almost got there, but just quite didn't.
So we're off with Luke Jolich here. He had 2 in the first round. So Downs has 1 to start this final round here.
Yeah, Downs has 1. Jolich has 0 as of now, but I mean, he had 2 in that first round. We'll see if he just replicates that. All he needs is that.
And that's the other thing that's so tricky is that there's the fence, there's a chain link fence, and they're going to use the timeout here. About 1:05 to go here in this final round. And so if the ball bounces in the bullpen, it can look like from the angle, especially if you're low, that it's actually bouncing in front of the wall rather than behind it. So we have the eyes in the sky up here in the press box.
Yeah, it's definitely a deception that you see with that chain link fences you were talking about. I mean, as someone that's sitting in the lower bowl, it looks a little bit more of a home run than looking up in the skybox.
Jolich laces that one to center. Just another lot of line drives. You saw here 2 in the first round. He hits that one in the air to left field towards the foul pole, and it's off the pole for a home run. He lines that one to deep left, but that one's foul. So he's tied down here with 38 seconds left.
You know, those foul pole shots, they kind of remind me in basketball when you hit it off of the backboard. I love those types of shots that the hitters get off of those.
The baseball version of a bank shot,
yeah,
yes.
Definitely a baseball version of that bank shot there.
20 seconds left. He's got 1 still, so he's tied Downs. The line drive. 10 seconds to go. In the air to left, it's carrying. They're clearing out of the way as it drops in front of the track. That's too high. And this is going to do it for Jolich. Clock hasn't expired yet, and now it has.
Yeah, the coach could have put up 1 more pitch, but unfortunately, Jolich takes the 1. The coach got a little bit of confusion there, so now there's a tie between him and Downs. So we'll see what happens with this third batter up.
So now it's to the man who possibly had the most home runs in the first round, Micah Rienstra-Kirikov from Indianapolis. The count was debating between 2 and 3 in that first round. So here's the thing. He hits 2 here, he wins the Derby.
And then
no pressure, right?
No pressure whatsoever. I mean, just take a little bit of a deep breath and he's got it. I mean, he's got the power. We saw it in his early round. All he needs is 2. I mean, some people thought he had 3 already, so he is very much capable of hitting it out of the park. He takes his time just a little bit, just taking a lot of a good breather right there. And what's great about him is that he's able to just drive it all the way out. He has so much power. And again, all of these guys do.
All right. At the plate, it's Micah. Take it away.
Clock starts there for Micah Rienstra-Kirikov. And he's got 2 line drives. Had 3 in the first round. Did he get his first one here in the final round? He did. He's tied Jolich. He's got this one to left, but it's short. He just needs 1 to win here in the final.
Now we got that 3-way tie. Now the question kind of comes in. I mean, he still has a lot of time, of course. What happens if we have that 3-way tie
30-second face-off. Line drive, left field. It's carrying, and it is on the base of the wall. He'll call the timeout there with 48 seconds asked.
I That one was so close. We all thought, just clinching to our seats, that that one was going to be gone, but unfortunately just hits that chain link fence.
The Micah still has some time to get some more swings on. To get one more to be our Derby champion of 2024.
So 48 seconds left to get one home run.
Yeah, 40 seconds to get his one home run left. I mean, he's got a lot of time.
He lines that one up the middle, so the clock is back underway. There's a drive to left field towards the foul pole. That's a foul ball. Nearly got that one. Left center. Short in front of the wall. 30 seconds to go. They're cranking up the heat here to try to get that one so we can win it now. Popped him up, 25 seconds to go. He's already used the timeout. High fly ball left center towards the 374 sign, and it's short. In the air, left center. He just needs one to win it. He's got 8 seconds left. Hits that one hard on the ground, and that will do it. We got a three-way tie here in the final.
Well, all of our batters here in the final round.
It's kind of going like the 2 to the 1. Now what happens? Now we're going to go all 3 ways to the 0? Hopefully not with this 30-second face-off. But
Each
batter's going to get 30 seconds here.
An extra 30 seconds here to determine if we're going to have a winner here in our derby.
well, this game all comes down to the wire. There's a lot of endurance that comes into play, especially as you get a third round here with these 3 guys.
So Jimmy Downs has 30 seconds. He hit 1 home run here in the final round. So that score still remains up there for Downs. We'll have the White Sox Nike RBI players shagging out there as they await here the tiebreaker round of the finale to begin. Clark the Cub giving some advice right now to Downs' thrower as they get the ball situated. He hit 1 in the final round. He nearly came close to his second one. Maybe if there was instant replay, it would overrule the call. That was a foul ball. It looked from our angle here that went in front of the foul pole, which would be a foul ball. If it goes behind, it's fair, but in front is foul.
Yeah, it looked a little bit to the point that was foul, but we're a little confused on if it was or if it wasn't.
The home runs from the previous at-bat. Each batter will start fresh. No homers on the board.
So they've actually come on in now, and so that each batter is going to start with 0 for these 30 seconds.
30 seconds this time to get as many home runs as possible.
So everybody again with a fresh start. Everybody kind of taking that breath of fresh air as well. It's definitely a new slate that they all have to go over again. 30 seconds. It's going to be all on the coaches as well, kind of just chucking those balls just straight down the middle.
Downs with 1. It was to left center field in the bullpen.
Leading off the tiebreaker for the White Sox, Jimmy Downs.
Now we see Downs up. We'll see how many he gets in that 30 seconds.
Clock starts on that first swing. He lines that one deep left field. Does it have the carry? It does not. It drops in front of the fence and bounces over it.
Man, he's had a lot of those that are just dropping right in front of the fence and over it.
Left center field, part of the deepest part of this ballpark, and it's well short. 10 to go. Down, skies underneath that one. High fly ball to left. He's got one pitch left, and he grounds that one to the left side, and that'll do it. So Downs does not get one there in the tiebreaker.
A round of applause for Jimmy Downs.
It's kind of like an elevator system a little bit, where you go in two, the first floor, down to the ground floor. So that does it for Downs as of right now. So we'll see what happens.
Luke Jolich.
As we saw, Luke Jolich, he had 2 and then 1. Hopefully he's able to get 1 on the board in these 30 seconds right up here. Maybe some more. It's all going to be a pacing game with this.
In the air to left for Jolich. And it's in front of the wall.
As
He hit 2 in the final round. 2 in the first round, 1 in the final round. About 15 seconds left.
kind of that same story that we kind of saw with Yelich, that we saw with Downs. First pitch where it just hits right in front of the wall.
Yelich left center field with the clock expiring. That will do it. So Yelich comes up empty as well.
I thought it went out. I'm sorry. All right.
So now,
no home runs here.
no home runs, and once again,
No home runs here for Luke. That means Micah will be
so
coming up
Micah
next for
Rinstra
Team
Kirikov has a chance to win it again. We saw it earlier, has a chance to win it.
You know, it's a lot harder to see home runs from down here. So. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Rinstra Kirikov,
From down here,
3 in the first round. It resets. He hit 1 in the final round, and it was late as well. He nearly came close to winning it a couple of times there in the end, in the first edition of this final round before we hit the tiebreak.
Yeah, Micah has a lot of power. You have that 3, then 1. All he needs is 1 here. That's all he needs. He has all the marbles. He's in the driver's seat. He's the last one up. He's just got to power it through and get 1 over that fence. And that's all we got for him to become the champion of this event here.
Rinstra Kirikov ready to go.
What we did see in that junior competition, it felt kind of like a track meet versus this one being a lot like a marathon, though. It's definitely a battle of a lot of endurance.
Clock begins. He puts that one foul. A couple of line drives to open it up. That's to the deepest part of the park. It's 401 out there in dead center field territory. 19 seconds left. They're going to go quick here. Got underneath that one, 10 to go. Line drive. 4 seconds left. They have about like 1 or 2 pitches left. He pops that one up, and he's got 1 more left to do it, and that'll end it. So they finished the tiebreaker round all with 0.
30 seconds.
Well, you know what they say. Once you hit 0, the only thing you can do is go up from there.
And because Rinstra Kirikov hit 3 in the first round and the 1 in the final round, they're going to declare him the winner here after the tiebreaker because of 4 total home runs.
And as you hear, a lot of fans are kind of confused about that. They're actually wanting 1 more round. They want to keep having the kids play.
So that's going to do it. So Micah Rinstra Kirikov is the home run derby champion. We'll have the trophy presentation here for both the junior baseball and senior baseball champions. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the trophy presentation here on the Windy City Sports Network.
Welcome back. Micah Rienstra-Kirchhoff is the winner here at the 2024 MLB Nike RBI Central Regional Tournament Home Run Derby. 4 home runs across the first round and final round. He did not get one in the tiebreaker. No one did, so they awarded him the trophy based off of most home runs hit across the Derby. It was a fun night here at the Derby, and it concludes with a champion there for Indianapolis.
Yeah, definitely a fun Derby for Kirchhoff there. He's able to hit all of those 3 home runs in that first round. A little bit controversy from the fans. They think that it should have been for the kids to just keep playing and go off of one more round, but rules are rules, and we're going off of the 4 home runs that he had. It was an amazing outing by all of our junior and senior players, as we see, and we're happy to come with you and be with you next upcoming tournament.
We start tomorrow at 9 a.m. Cubs and Sox on the Windy City Sports Network 2. Softball begins at 8:30 a.m. Central Time. For our great crew, alongside James Willigan and Ivan Cadmolator, saying so long from the Home Run Derby. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Pool play begins here on the Windy City Sports Network.